Welcome to the Thursday edition of Uctv News. I am Sunday Gloria Abwoch, coming to you from Nsambya Hill on Hanlon Road. Thank you so much for joining us. The Archdiocese of Mbarara Development Association, AMDA, has this evening flagged off the 2025 Nyamitanga Caravan with a Holy Mass at Christ the King Church in Kampala. AMDA Secretary General Mary Mwesigwa explained that the annual caravan allows Catholic members from the Archdiocese of Mbarara to reconnect with their parish communities by offering free medical camps, legal aid clinics, and financial literacy training sessions.
This evening, we set off for what we call the Caravan, an annual event where members of AMDA go back to the community where we hail from to give back. And this year it's very exciting because we are going to Chibona and to Nyamitanga parish, Nyamitanga, where our Archbishop sits. So when we arrive tomorrow, we'll start off with the mindset talks in both Chibona and Nyamitanga, and these will be on all our pillars.
This evening we start the AMDA Caravan 2025, and this will be the 11th time that we go on a caravan. A caravan, by definition, is basically a trail of very many vehicles that are going to a particular destination. For us, as an association of Catholics who hail from Ankole, the 12 districts and one city in Ankole, who live in Kampala and surrounding areas, every year we have a journey back to one or two parishes in our home diocese with the intention to share the good news, the gifts that God has given us with our brothers and sisters and parents and grandparents that have stayed in the Archdiocese.
All our pillars, so we shall have different people from different professions telling us about how they can be of help and helping us through. For example, we shall have the lawyers. The lawyers will have a legal clinic where they will give free legal advice to everybody that has issues with land, with succession planning. The legal team from AMDA will be there. And we shall also have the people from the economic empowerment team. We are this year looking at two main crops, Hass avocado and coffee. So the economic empowerment team will be taking our people through how these crops work, how they can be grown, and other areas of how they can actually help their families move from poverty. We shall have the married team taking the people who are married, how to look after their families, how to keep married, how to look after the children, and how to have a good Catholic home in this 21st century. We shall also have the youth. The youth have a big package for their counterparts. We shall have people from the AMDA talking about drug abuse and the use of drugs.
Yes, we are a religious association. Yes, we are members of AMDA because we are Catholics first, but we know that a poor person, an unhealthy person, a person that has not gone to school, a person that has issues disturbing them in his life will not be a very good Christian. And if they are not a very good Christian, then they may miss out on that which we aspire to, which is to be in heaven with our God. So we look at holistic development amongst our members. So when we go back to Mbarara for the caravan, we are taking this same message.
On a Saturday, that is when we have our mega gifts to the people of Mbarara, and that is the medical camp. So this medical camp is open for everyone. It is open for everyone who is unwell and would like to see a doctor. So we have a number of clinics, over I think 9 of them. We have the dental clinic, we have the eye clinic, we have the heart clinic, we have the cancer institute, we have the women's clinic, we have pediatrics. We have a number of doctors that are coming, and they are all putting their heads and hands together to bring healing to the people that will come on that day. So this is open for everyone. If you're in Mbarara, I request that you're in Chibona and Nyamitanga on Friday, and also in Mary Hill High School on Saturday for the medical camp.
Day 2 is usually the medical camp, which is a free medical camp for all, irrespective of their religion. Everyone is welcome. So this year we'll be at Mary Hill High School as the venue for the medical camp, and we'll be ready for the patients from as early as 7 a.m.
And on Sunday, we shall crown the caravan with what we call the high mass at the cathedral. Cathedral. The main celebrant will be our Archbishop, His Grace, the Archbishop Lambert Nomugisha. See you all in Mbarara.
Hundreds of residents and traders in Mengo's Kakajo zone, Kisenyi, have been left devastated after a fire in the early hours of today destroyed property worth millions of shillings and rendered many homeless. Now, according to the Uganda Police Force, preliminary investigations indicate the blaze may have been sparked by a woman involved in a domestic dispute who allegedly dosed a makeshift house with paraffin and set it ablaze, causing the flames to spread rapidly through the congested settlement.
By the time we arrived at the scene, victims were still struggling to evacuate whatever property they could salvage from the nearby premises before the flames spread further. Some eyewitnesses contend that the fire was deliberately started after the woman suspected her lover was with another woman inside the makeshift house. In retaliation, she reportedly set the structure on fire, sparking a blaze that spread to neighboring shanties and shops. Although the fire brigade, stationed only a few meters away, responded swiftly, their operations were hampered by trucks illegally parked along the access routes to St. Bali Kudembe Market, delaying the rescue team's intervention.
The fire brigade banyambye drive motoka eyo ayanguye mangu ne controller babulazinga bannabwe ne tujja naye kisinze okuleeta omulego tegwandibadde tusange tegunagaziwa ye congestion ye traffic aba parking mu kuba awo abatikula bafune aba parking aba ne baba parking ne balekera okuparkinga muki mukuba tuluddewo tukuba obugombe badde bamba parking mu kale bavaawo.
The Kampala Central Mayor Salim Uhuru pledged to mobilize resources from government and partners to support the victims in recovering from the tragedy.
Nga Mayor ngina kwatagana ne minister okulaba tugenda kuyamba tutya abantu bano naye boba waliwo omujangiri yazze n'abayokya tugenda kuzimbirawo ddala tuddewo tetujakkiriza muntu yenna ajenga yokya bwokya abantu kisuse buli ssaawa mu Kisenyi naddala wano wetuli muliro gususe wano.
The Kampala Metropolitan Police confirmed the incident but said no fatalities had been registered. However, valuables worth millions of shillings were lost. Police spokesperson Patrick Onyang noted that a comprehensive investigation has been instituted to establish the exact cause of the fire and bring those responsible to justice.
We have not registered any death or we do not register any injuries except the loss of properties. And why the fire spread quickly is because these makeshift houses, the timbers, the plastic, the polythene bag they use for covering, it is inflammable. It makes the work of spreading fire very easy, and that's how in a short span many houses had got burnt and many had been destroyed. But investigations have started to confirm or to determine what was the cause of this fire. Although rumors, which we picked when we were there, and we are yet to confirm these rumors because we have lifted samples from the specific makeshift house that was pointed out to us, that there was a lady who came back to one of the makeshift houses and phoned when a friend had really taken there a man.
Residents of Busia Ward in Wandegeya Parish, Kawempe Division, have appealed to the judiciary to deploy credible evaluation and verification teams in all contested land cases, warning that the lack of such measures often leads to flawed judgment. Now, speaking to Uctv News, the resident said dishonest individuals frequently mislead courts with falsified information, manipulating rulings to the detriment of vulnerable community members.
Residents of Katanga in Busia Ward, Kawempe Division, said they have, like many other parts of the country, been plagued by escalating land wrangles.
Netujja mu kutuuka mu mbeera gye twatuukamu buli abazaayogerako ng'asibwa busibwa mu mbeera bwe badde etambula mu Katanga olw'ensonga eyali omusenze munnaffe ate era ow'ekibanja naye yatuuka ekiseera ate ng'alaga alinga yenna nnyini ttaka ayagala okuzimba tamukkiriza kuzimba.
They revealed that although they found a temporary relief in a recent court ruling which recognized Makerere University as the rightful owner of the disputed land, the judgment has not fully resolved their woes.
Naye baba bagenda okusala omusango ne babanga bagala otuleka emabega ne tuba bagezigezi ne kuwanika emikono era yatukulembera mu kintu ekyo yali mukulu Hassan Sega. Omusango bwe gwasalwa Mukama n'atusaasira nga mukulu Mukama waffe awanisa omukono ne tweyogerako ng'abatuuze Winyotolo n'agamba nti abatuuze balina omukisa okusigala mu kitundu kyabwe.
Ffe omusango guno mu kusooka ffe ku ttaka lino omulabe waffe yali Makerere University era nga bw'otuna judgment eno abamu ku baatusenza twasinzira ku nsonga ya Makerere nga tugugula na Makerere. Ekkooti bwe yajja nga tugulaga ne Makerere, ekkooti ejja esala omusango guno etegeeza ekkooti mu kusala n'ensala yaayo era nayo yaliwo wano ng'ekkooti yo yali etegeeza ng'etugamba nti esazizaamu ebyapa ebyo byonna ebyaliwo ebikadde ng'egamba nti Makerere efuuse nannyini ttaka ng'eraga nti ffe naffe tufuusa ab'ebibanja era tukkirizibwa osiga mu possession mu Katanga n'okulaakulanya ettaka lyaffe nga eritambula.
According to the residents, another adversary has since emerged, threatening their bibanja land rights, despite being, in their view, a total stranger to the land.
Tuwangalira mu kitundu kyaffe muno naye tubadde tugenda tufuna okusomoozebwa kungi nnyo okuva eri omwami wa Lugembe Daniel. Omusajja oyo aze atiisatiisa ettaka lino lyayogerako ffe nga ffe abatuuze tulinako ika 25.49 ye agamba alinako ika 28 ne decimal 75 kati ettaka lya Katanga liri mu ika 25 decimal 4 esegeze ayabuuka ne Katanga.
The residents are now demanding that courts should strengthen their procedures by deploying credible ground verification teams to evaluate information and facts presented during land dispute hearings. They argue this would counter the opportunistic practices of influential individuals who manipulate the system to secure favorable rulings.
Tubadde tusaba kooti zino eziyingira oba gye batwala emisango gino kooti zisobola okujja ku ground kuba ebiseera ebisinga obungi bagezezaako okutwala mu kooti emisango naye omuntu n'atuuka mu kooti n'agamba nze nina eka 28 naye nga kooti ne tusaba nti obanga alina eka 28 tubadde tusaba kooti eyo ejje ku ground omwami oyo ajalage eka ze zaalina weziri naye tetusobodde kufuna kasooka tuwoza tulina emisango egisoba mu 20 nga gy'amataka ga wano naye tetusobodde kufunayo omulamuzi yenna asobola ogamba nti kangende ku ground ndabe ekintu kino kiboogerako oba omuntu kyagamba nti nina eka 28 wekiri era kitandikirwawa.
Thank you for watching. We will take a break. Uctv News returns shortly.
UCTV, good news for all.
You are watching UCTV, good news for all. For this and more, tune into Kasese Get Radio 100.5 in Western Region, located at the hill of the Diocese of Kasese. KGR brings you all Catholic programs and an advertising platform in all our radio shows like Good Morning Renzori, Chama Tohoka, Ukute, the business show, Propeller, the request show and sports, Evaluation by Hingaba Kuluka, Late Night Show, and many others. Our other services include Isuzu Tipa, a no car, public address system, live band, Omoke Kera, an audio recording studio, and outside live broadcast. For more information, call 0773 597 166 or visit our website www.kasesegatradio.com. Kasesegat Radio, Omusondolia, the voice of truth.
Welcome back. You're watching Uctv News on the Uganda Catholic Television with me, Sunday Gloria Abwoch. Now, Lubaga Cathedral stands not merely as a brick and stone on a hill, but as a spiritual home where generations have found faith, comfort, and belonging. As it marks 100 years, the cathedral remains a heartbeat of worship, guiding the faithful through moments of joy, trial, and renewal.
For 100 years, St. Mary's Cathedral, Rubaga, has been more than an architectural landmark. It has been a place where millions have come, carrying their joys, the tears, their burdens, and their thanksgiving. On this holy hill, countless hearts have found peace, healing, and deeper encounter with God. From the day it was consecrated in 1925, Rubaga became the center of pilgrimage for Catholics in Uganda. Families would walk for days, some even from distant villages, just to kneel before the altar and present their petitions. For them, this cathedral was not just another church. It was the mother church, the place where the faith of Uganda had taken root, where the prayers felt closer to heaven. Generations have come here seeking healing, mothers praying for children, students kneeling for exams, the sick asking for recovery, and communities lifting their cries in times of famine, war, and disease. In those moments, Rubaga Cathedral became more than brick and stone. It became a refuge, a hospital of the spirit, where wounded souls found strength to carry on. The cathedral has also been the heartbeat of Uganda's Catholic celebrations. Pilgrims still recall the great day in 1969 when Pope Paul VI visited and prayed for the Church in Africa. Later, in 1993, Pope John Paul II added his voice of encouragement from this hill. And in 2015, Pope Francis once again reminded believers that the cathedral belongs to the whole universal church. Now these papal visits turned Rubaga into a true global pilgrim site, linking Uganda to the wider world. But beyond the big events, the daily rhythm of Rubaga tells an even richer story. Every morning, worshippers gather for Mass, their prayers rising with the incense. Every evening, candles flicker as people whisper their petitions in silence. Couples come to seal their marriage vows. Young men kneel here to be ordained as priests, and families gather to bid farewell to their loved ones. Each act of prayer adds another thread to the fabric of Rubaga living history. The cathedral has also played a role in national healing. In times of political turmoil, when the country trembled, people gathered here to ask God for peace. During epidemics and disasters, Rubaga's bell called for faithful to lift their voices together. And when Uganda celebrated its moment of triumphs, this cathedral echoed the songs of thanksgiving. Today, as Rubaga Cathedral marks 100 years, its doors are still open wide. Pilgrims continue to climb the hill, some barefoot, others carrying rosaries, all with hearts full of hope. They come because they know that here, prayers are not just spoken, they are shared. Healing is not only physical but spiritual, and here, the presence of God has been felt for a century. Rubaga Cathedral is not only a building of the past, it is a living sanctuary for the present and a beacon of faith for the future. As it celebrates 100 years, it reminds us that no matter where we come from, when we kneel on this holy hill, we are one family before God.
That's all we managed to collect for you from the international news scene. It is time now for Today in History. And that's it with our news tonight. Thank you so much for watching UCTV News on the Uganda Catholic Television. I am Sunday Gloria Abwoch.